What's up everyone? Welcome back to the Vegan Test Kitchen. Tonight we are making roasted eggplant muffuletta sandwich. Now if you don't know what a muffuletta is, apparently it's traditionally a New Orleans sandwich. I had no idea. And it has lots of meat and cheese on it. Of course, we're gonna be making a roasted eggplant and spinach version, so it's gonna be a little healthier. It's gonna have a lot of lovely pickled olives and other such things in there. It's not going to be short on flavor, that's for sure. Just to give you a heads up, this sandwich is supposed to sit in the fridge for at least 3 hours, or overnight. I'm going to elect to do it overnight, which I'm not excited about, because I want some of it right now. As always, all the ingredients that you need are listed below. Let's get started. Alright, the first thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 375. Then you're going to take your eggplant, you're going to cut it widthwise. You need a smallish eggplant, less than a pound. Now you're gonna grab a colander. We're gonna put some salt on each side of this eggplant. Let it drain for at least a half an hour. While that's draining, we're gonna start on our olive salad relish. You're gonna need a half a cup of coarsely chopped parsley. And you're gonna want a cup each of pitted kalamata olives and either pitted green olives, or you can get the garlic stuffed kind, because we're supposed to be using pickled garlic anyway, and they said if you wanted to get the garlic stuffed, you can just skip the other garlic. Hope you all like olives. And you need a half cup of sun-dried tomatoes. Now we're going to toss in our red wine vinegar and our dried herbs. You need rosemary, thyme, oregano, basil, and celery seed. Now, all of these herbs, with the exception of the celery seed, you're supposed to crush. Puts a little bit of your love in there. Oh, yeah. Smells like Italy. All right, we're gonna throw in our crushed dried herbs and our celery seed. All right, we're gonna chop this into a food processor in batches, because you don't want a paste. You want a chunky mixture. We're gonna add a little bit of olive oil within each batch. Make sure to scrape. Really? If you could smell this, you would be in all of heaven right now. Look at that. It's gorgeous. All right, so we're gonna put this into an airtight container. Now, it doesn't say to refrigerate this, but I'm going to. Lightly grease a rimmed baking sheet. Now our eggplant slices are done draining, so we're gonna rinse them with cold water. Rub a little olive oil on each slice, throw them on the pan, and stick them in the oven for 20 to 22 minutes. But you want to flip them halfway through. Now you want to get 3 cups of fresh spinach leaves. You want to wash them well, spin them dry, or just make sure they're really good and dry. You can just stick it in the same bowl you were using before. All right, our eggplants just went off for the 10-minute mark, so get in there and flip them. All right, you want to stick them back in there for another 10 to 12 minutes. With our spinach, we're gonna toss 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar. All right, our eggplants just went off, so let's get them out. So they're supposed to be brownish and tender. They are. So what we're gonna do is put these on top of the spinach, let it wilt the spinach a little bit, and then we're gonna start on the bread. You're gonna need 2 roasted red peppers too. You can be lazy like me and just get it out of a jar or a can, or you can do how I did in a previous video and use a blowtorch, because that's always fun. Fun fact, the eggplant is actually not just an emoji. And it's not even a vegetable. It's part of the berry family. Surprisingly enough, they have the highest level of nicotine of any vegetable. But don't worry, you'd have to eat like 30 pounds of it to get the same amount as 1 cigarette. Ain't nobody can eat that much eggplant. And during the Italian Renaissance, they were known as the crazy apple. Now, you want to get a loaf, round loaf, about 9 to 10 inches, very substantial. A thick crust, because you want it to be able to soak up all of the olive juice and olive oil and not disintegrate. A good sourdough loaf is the best, from what I've read. We're gonna cut it in half, like so, but you wanna go at a downward angle a little bit, because you wanna create a little bit of a bowl. just like so. And you might want to take out a little bit more just to get a little bit of a bigger bowl. You should probably get a knife that's sharper than this one. I don't use it very often. That looks pretty good. Save that and you can dip it in some olive oil. And now comes the fun assembling part. Grab your olive relish. We're supposed to spread this olive relish on pretty thick on both sides. And if it looks too dry, spread a little olive oil on it. Mine looks pretty good, so I don't think I'm gonna do that. Well, it might be a little bit. There's a lot of bread going on here, so you know. And we're gonna layer it with a layer of eggplant, spinach, your 2 roasted red or yellow peppers. Then we're gonna finish with more eggplant and the last of the spinach. Look at this massive thing. Once we put this together, we're gonna do a lot of smushing and folding and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and prep this station, put some foil down. Now you're supposed to put your entire body weight on it. Not kidding. You wanna smush this sucker down. Now you're supposed to wrap this in saran wrap or a Ziploc bag. Okay, that's not gonna work. I don't know why we're making sure this is as secure as Fort Knox, but that's what we're supposed to do. I feel like if we were on our way to Mordor, this is what we'd bring. Like this can feed an army. Now, we're gonna put this in the fridge, and if you have a couple heavy things you can place on top, go ahead and do that. All right, and now we wait. I'll see you in the morning. All right, everyone, I just woke up and I'm really excited to see what this muffuletta looks like. So let's get it out of the fridge. This feels so heavy. I mean, good Lord. All right, we're very specific about the instructions on how to cut this too. Smells delicious. If you've ever had a muffuletta or seen it, you know they're huge wedges, essentially. So we're gonna cut it in the middle and then cut it again into 4 wedges. Look at that beauty. All right, let's try this thing. This is a monster sandwich. The smokiness of the red pepper and the olives, all the olives. This is just a wonderful, wonderful melding. The eggplant gives it a nice meaty texture. The bread's not super soggy. There's a little bit on the bottom where the juice ran out, but it's not like falling apart or disintegrating. All in all, this muffuletta is a delicious sandwich. It's very substantial, as you can see. If you make one of these, you could feed several people for sure. One thing they mentioned in the book, take it on a picnic. Great for springtime. Just bring it along and give a wedge to your friends and have a muffuletta day. This is a delicious sandwich. You should make it. It's worth it. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit a thumbs up. I would love you for it. And as always, make sure to subscribe and like and comment and share and all that good stuff. I will see you all next time. I know, it's horrible.